Hello. 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 Ah! We're peeking.
Are we not meant to peek?
No,
Isn't that what
we're
Josh
not
said?
peeking. We're not peeking. We're fine. No peeking. What if we
Now I
started
just have that band stuck in my head, that Peking Duck band.
Duck band, yeah.
Also, my fridge might start to make a weird noise. It's been doing it all morning.
Why?
We're just going to have to... I think it's unbalanced. Like, it's not. Because if I, touch it, it stops. But then if I take my hand off it, it starts making the noise again.
What a needy fridge.
I know, yeah.
Which is weird, because I would have thought that fridges would be frigid.
They're ice cold.
Ice cold.
That should be a sponsor. Fridges. They're ice cold.
Feedback error.
I think I heard somewhere like the perfect jogging speed is when you can talk to someone but you can't sing. Like, that's the kind of breath control that you need. I think we could apply that.
So you can...
to giving head, where you can make, like, some noises to indicate you're enjoying yourself.
Yes.
But you shouldn't be able to tell me how much.
Oh!
You definitely should not be singing.
I find it interesting because the idea of the perfect jogging speed is actually the perfect, like, if you're chasing a girl and you're trying to woo her, you should be able to talk to her but not serenade.
I think that's a good rule for life.
That's a good rule.
If you're really confident about serenading someone, stop whatever you're doing.
Stop.
You've gone too far. You've taken this too far.
Get your boots on and jog home.
Because that's such a thing in movies, like being serenaded.
Yeah.
I would hate for that to happen in real life.
I've had it happen to me. It's awkward.
I can't stand when people sing me happy birthday. I don't know where to look.
Yeah, because you're like...
Yeah, and that's a crowd of people.
And they're all looking at you.
One person singing like a 3-minute song just to you.
What do you do? What in my mind, I'm like, what is this... As a serenader... It's fun to serenade because I could sing to someone and have a great time and think it's hilarious because I can't sing. Mm-hmm. But, like, the person who's being the serenadee...
Yeah.
What's the proper way to respond to a serenade? Do you just sit there and smile and nod? Or, like, do you snap your fingers? Or do you start dancing?
Your tambourine.
If you bring out another musical instrument, they start serenading you and you're like, oh, good. And you get out your violin and start playing better than them.
Oh, man, can you imagine serenading someone and getting one-upped?
Oh, yeah, and then they have a flash mob coming. No, I knew this was going to happen. I beat you.
I would hate that. I'd probably get out my phone and start tweeting about it.
What if, like, you knew your partner was going to propose to you and the exact time, the exact day, exact moment.
Yeah.
And you, like, preemptively proposed to them. Like, before it happened. Like,
just
you beat
to ruin
them,
it?
Just to ruin their proposal.
I would absolutely do that.
Yeah, that's funny. It's like it's a very spiteful way to start your life with this person. Oh, you think that's a proposal?
I mean, I'm torn because that would be very funny to do, but I also love being the center of attention, and I want all that attention that a proposal would, like, bring, and I could pretend that I'm, like, so surprised and humble about it.
Oh,
you know?
Pretending you're humble.
Yeah. I can't be humble. I don't have the equipment, but...
Yeah, I haven't got the mind strength for that.
Yeah.
Pretending,
you've got to act humble when you're getting proposed to. You
how would you react? What's your thing? Are you going to go and cover your face and do like a little cry?
I would cover my face and like pretend to cry a little bit, and then I would look around like, oh my God, I'm so surprised this is happening. I thought this guy hated me.
Why do they do that? Like, I didn't know this was
they're all like, oh my God, I can't believe he wants to marry me. This is like,
but
you
obviously
can. Of course you can.
They had the discussion, but they must have had that discussion. How are they so surprised?
Oh, being proposed to as a total surprise is my worst nightmare.
Just once.
I'm not in any danger of it happening, which is good, but...
Just once, I want the person who's been proposed to go, I knew it! And then just get up and be like, oh my God, it's happening, guys.
Just, do a victory lap. High five some bitches.
High five all the people in the restaurant.
While he's still down on one knee, just...
Well, he's awkwardly
leave him there
like...
for a minute. He knew what he was getting into.
Yeah, he knew. He knew this was going to happen. And so did you. That's what's exciting.
I want to see you go really passive-aggressively take the ring and be like, about time. Like, she's been waiting for this for years. She's given him 3 ultimatums. Like, the third one finally stuck.
That'd be great. I like that.
I think cooking for someone is one of the hottest non-sexual things you can do.
Yeah, Nick came over and made us pancakes that one time. Yeah. And I was like, this is a great time. Why do not more people do this?
He looked extra good that
morning.
He
did look really good that morning. I was like, he was walking around your kitchen with a presence of, I know where things are. I know how to make this. Then at the very, very end, he made a mess everywhere. And we're like, he didn't know what he was doing.
Yeah.
But it's like we were in a haze of, Nick's making us breakfast. It's going to be great.
Now that you've said that, I think I should be more concerned about the fact he knew where all the pots and pans were in my kitchen.
That was weird. Yeah, because he didn't even ask you. He just started, like, it's like he had muscle memory. Like, he had been there before.
It was like it was his kitchen. I felt like I didn't want to go help him because I wasn't confident I knew where everything was.
I was like, would you have known where all your stuff is?
He looks like he's got it under control.
Like, I don't think I've actually used those to cook before.
Yeah. There's heaps of non-sexual things that are really hot though.
Oh, like anytime a guy's doing gardening, I'm like, God. Like if they're holding a chainsaw, holding a power tool, even if they don't know how to use it, I'm like,
If a guy's driving me somewhere and he reverse parallel parks, oh my God.
That's weirdly attractive.
So hot.
I like baristas when they're working.
Baristas?
Yeah, because the steam is coming and they're kind of just, they've always got that, like, they're furrowed eyes, eyebrows.
That's true, yeah.
And they're kind of like concentrating. There's something about someone working and concentrating that makes me go, oh,
I agree, yeah.
I want to disrupt that.
Yeah. I think it's just if someone looks like they know what they're doing.
Yeah, yeah.
I think that's what it is.
If someone catches something, like, you know, like, unbeknownst
like if
to
someone
anyone,
throws keys at someone and they reach up in one hand.
And catch it like that, there's something really hot.
That's hot. I agree.
I don't know why that specifically, but if someone does that in front of me, I'm like, whoo! He can catch car keys.
The standards are so low.
And when I do it, I'm even excited.
I get really excited. The worst thing about living by myself is that, like, sometimes something will fall and I'll catch it and I'll look around like someone needs to, like, I'm excited about this. I need other people to be excited that I caught something.
I'm excited for you. I'm sure you've done something exciting while no one's looking.
Yeah. The best part of living alone is literally everything else though. So that's fine. Yeah. That's a fair trade-off.
You know what? Fair enough.
Yeah.
I'm living with my family and I'm so close to leaving.
How many people live in the family home?
So there's my parents, my mom and dad, and my younger sister, and me.
Okay. Yeah. I've lived in that same dynamic with my younger sister and my parents. I moved out for the last time and my parents came and helped me, like, paint my house and set everything up on the condition that, like, I stop moving back home. They're like, you're an adult now. You can't continue to live in our spare room.
My mum has more or less said, oh, you know what would be good if you got some investment property. And I was like, oh yeah. And she's like, and your sister could move out with you and help pay the mortgage.
Oh, what a good idea.
I was like, wow, Mum, that sounds great.
Your parents want a bone.
Yeah,
they
just want to be by themselves.
They're sick of trying to... Imagine being a full-on adult, you've raised your children, they're adults, and you still have to hide your boning.
Oh,
like...
You know, I actually do feel bad. Yeah. I do feel bad with living in the house. They have to hide it
like teenagers. Everyone's like being super respectful in the house because they don't want anyone else to hear their sex noises. My parents, almost every time I go to their house, are making cocktails. It doesn't matter what time of day it is. It doesn't really matter what day it is.
Is it just that they have a cocktail making kit and it's now an activity that they do?
They love cocktails.
Wow.
Yeah.
I want to go to your house. That sounds great.
Someone to drive us. Someone who can reverse parallel park.
I'll throw the keys at them and they can catch it. Reverse parallel. Oh, what a day. Oh. That actually sounds like a great day.
That actually does. That sounds like a really good day. We should do that.
We should do that.
Someone should do that.
We should be able to... I want to be able to hire a hot guy.
Okay.
I don't need one, But I think for when my single days when I didn't have one.
Okay.
For weddings and like work days where you bring your partners and you need to show off. Hot guy hiring.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm talking about gigolo.
Yeah, you just invented prostitution.
Never mind. Scratch that.
I don't know. I feel like dude prostitutes, it's way harder to find hot ones.
Yeah.
Like every female sex worker I've ever met was amazing.
So attractive.
They're gorgeous and they're lovely.
They know how to do
smart.
makeup. They do all the things. Yeah. They're conversationally like pretty good too.
Yeah, and every male escort I've ever met has kind of, I don't know, he looks like he's fallen upon hard times. And this is a last resort that he's thrown out there.
Yeah, no attractive man is going, well, what am I going to do with my life? I have no opportunities.
I feel, which is
the attractive ones have opportunities.
Strange. Like, you would think every attractive man would want to be a sex worker.
Yeah, that's the ideal, isn't it?
Like,
every guy wants to do sex for a living.
Perfect life.
They don't do it. Why don't they actively seek it?
There should be more. There's not many. There's a few hot male sex workers in Australia.
Yeah.
But only like a handful that I know of.
Oh, they only know.
There's probably a handful of hot female sex workers on this street literally right now.
Yeah.
And there'll be like one dude in Brisbane.
Yeah, in the whole of Brisbane. Why aren't there more hot guys doing sex? I feel like it needs to balance out because then you end up having just a bunch of hot girls having sex with 1 to 2 hot guys.
Is it because have the tables turned and hot guys are just able to get way more sex than hot girls now?
No, don't say that.
Just in the wild. Because there's less dudes. They're all married.
They're getting it.
They're getting it.
I feel like this is a sad subject matter because I don't want to believe that. I don't want to believe that all the hot guys are doing fine. I need some of them to be not doing fine so I can sneak up on them and be like, oh, you poor thing. Come home with me. Here's my keys. I did a hand throwing motion.
If you're a hot guy listening to this and you're not getting any, let us know.
Yeah, no, call in. We'll be waiting. The feedback error hotline is open for you.
We should get a feedback error hotline, like a burner phone. But
you leave your messages on it.
Yeah, but we won't get the calls at the same time we're doing podcasts. So we'll just we'll take turns looking after the phone, and on a random Tuesday we'll be like, "Hello." And they'll be like, yeah, I'm a hot guy that's not getting any, and we'll be like, who?
What?
Because we will have forgotten by then.
What is going on? Whose phone is this?
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
We'll get a hotline for the sole purpose of not knowing what people are calling us for.
Should we have a Patreon? Is that something that people do?
People have Patreons. I think they also have more listeners than we do.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to work. I don't understand it.
We can just take turns giving each other like $5 a week and we can go get a coffee and be like, podcast paid for that.
Technically, it's true. That's such a good idea. I'll buy you a drink at the next gig and be like, that was a podcast. And so sponsored by Feedback Error. We're
dripping in this podcast money.
Oh boy. We can really make it look like we're doing some stuff.
We're also using the free drink cards that we get at gigs.
Sponsored by Feedback Error.
We should make stickers that say sponsored by Feedback Error. And we'll just start sticking them on stuff that we already get for free, like drink cards.
But how am I going to stick that on my sense of, self-worth?
You have to use, a stronger glue.
Oh,
you can't just use the sticker.
So the regular adhesive. Damn.
Sorry, we'll get some special self-esteem glue.
So we just put on stuff that we get from gigs?
Yeah.
So, I'm going to stick it on, all the unnecessary open micer feedback that I get.
Yeah.
Open micer comes up to you and starts saying stuff like, oh, yeah, I think that comedy's and then you just get the sticker go on their forehead.
You can use it just on their mouths.
That's
and
great.
Stop them talking.
That's fantastic.
I
like that. A fingle.
I was halfway through saying finger and you said noodle and that's all it took for me to change directions.
You are a traffic light if I've ever seen one.
I am a traffic light. If I was a traffic related apparatus,
You are a traffic light.
I would be a traffic light.
That's an insult. I shouldn't be calling people
You
traffic
light.
You traffic lighting motherfucker.
Get out of my art gallery, you traffic light basic bitch.
That like coined phrase is gonna get so long.
Get a year from now, it's going to take us a whole episode to get through it.
Get out of my 3 chili art gallery, you traffic light basic bitch. It's too much. We should just keep adding to it. I want it to just get so long that if you went to put it onto a shirt, just keep running off the bottom.
Maybe it could wrap around. Like the word could start on the front, wrap around under the arm, round the back.
Do they do that? How is that going to be printed? I hope they can. That sounds great.
Surely they can. I don't know how.
They have the technology.
They're secretive about it, but it's there.
They don't want to tell anyone. They got wraparound writing for shirts. Very tricky to print.
Those t-shirt making gangs.
Those tea gangs.
I love it. I love the idea of there being an underworld of like rival t-shirt gangs.
What? They just try
like
to
if one of them gets a new machine, they like have to try and steal it or something.
I like that.
I don't know how t-shirts are made. I just
there's a machine involved.
There's a machine involved.
I like it because you've got what? You've got plain white tees.
Yeah,
it's a band, isn't it?
Yeah, they play that Hey Delilah song.
Yeah, but we don't realise that they are also a gang. And their tees are plain white tees.
Hey.
Right? Hey.
I'm with you so far. I'm excited to see where this goes.
On their weekends, they drink tea.
Because they're right into it. They're all about anything tea related.
Yes, who their favourite member of the A-team is.
Is it Mr. T?
It is Mr. T. Wow. You're like in my head. Wow. And I've got nothing else.
Their favourite game is T-ball.
Oh, yeah. That's a good one.
They've got a league. And they make the t-shirts for the whole league.
Which is very confusing because they're all plain white tees. They're like, we can't tell who's on whose team. We really need to get a new sponsor. Someone goes to write and marker on one. No!
They tried to put logos on, but the other rival gang stole their machine.
Where'd it go?
It's not so much a podcast, just a cry for help, I think.
Someone help us. We don't know what the machines do to t-shirts, but we know they're involved.
I assume they print stuff on them.
I think these machines are quite big.
I think so too.
So it's quite impressive that they stole one.
In my head, they're like the old newspaper printing presses.
Yes, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah. So like I'm picturing a dingy warehouse with this giant machine in it.
But one shirt in. One shirt takes hours to get out the other side.
They're very expensive. It's not a lot of labour that goes into them, but like the output's very small.
It's good quality.
They have they have 20 people that need to run the machine.
They're just
for
turning
3
knobs.
hours to get one shirt out.
Yeah, they just keep turning knobs, and the knobs turn a conveyor belt. This is not all automated yet for some weird reason.
And at the end, there's like a big stamp that comes down once it's got through the conveyor belt. And there's one dude at the end who just says, "I feel like we could have done this by hair, guys."
There's one guy at the end that's like, I watched an Instagram video of this chick who got crayons and she just melted them over a shirt and that worked very well. Why don't we do something like that?
Is that a thing?
Yeah. I'm not making shit up. So you know crayons.
Yeah.
Just crayons. What she did was she got this picture like on transparent, like a, what is it, oven paper?
Oh, yeah. I don't think it's called oven paper, but I know what you're talking about.
And she kind of draws with the crayon onto it, and then she gets that, flips it over onto the shirt and melts it with a iron.
Oh.
And the crayon kind of sticks to it and sets, and then she peels it off and it looks like the shirt's done. I don't even know
if this was going to actually happen in the oven. I was like, in my head, when you said melting crayons on a shirt, I heard put a t-shirt in a pan, like put some crayons on top, and then just chuck the whole thing in the oven.
That would work too.
You reckon?
Yeah.
Probably.
We should do that.
Yeah, let's do that.
Can we get someone's shirt, just a shitty shirt?
Can we start a craft segment where we
just sell it to our listeners? Like, this is your merchandise.
Yeah, we'll write our names on it, which is different to signing your names. Like, have you ever thought there's a difference between a signature and an autograph?
Is there?
If I sign my name or I just like write my name on something, that's totally different to like actually proper signing something.
Oh, like to initial something.
Like, what if you got like a shirt from a band or something, and they all signed it, and you got home and they'd just written their name on it, like it wasn't fancy or anything.
Isn't that what like, they do?
Just like if you wrote your name on a piece of paper to signify that it was yours.
Oh,
that would be different to like an autograph.
Oh yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah, but a lot of bands and stuff like that, don't they have their signature, like their legal document signature?
Yeah,
and then they have their band signature, which is like fancy.
I think they should all be the same. I think that would be really funny. To just
what if their name is not the same as their name that's in the band? And you get this really, who's Joel Hammonberg?
But anyway, we will.
Yes,
make those shirts. Let's do one the proper way and one in the oven. I think we should happen.
We'll Google one way. Okay. So we know that it does do what it does, and then we'll do it the way we think it should be done.
Yes.
And ruin a shirt.
Yeah. I think that's a great idea. And people can tell us about any arts projects that they've seen.
Yeah.
And they just send us like the name of it or like a 1 to
and we'll go do
2-line description, and we'll go do it the way we think that it happens.
We have yet to make potato clock.
I was thinking about that the other day. I just want to go like buy some wires and a potato and just see what happens.
I love the idea of you just thinking about making a potato clock.
I was too.
How would I make that?
I was driving in my car and I'm like, potato clock.
Something happened the other day and I didn't know how the technology worked, and I said in my head, potato clock.
It's just anything we don't understand now.
It's potato clock.
Yeah. Potato clock. T-shirt printing presses. Potato clock.
Potato clock. That's a classic potato clock. I'm going to start saying that to people until it catches on. Better.
Let's do it. Yeah, I like that. Anything you don't understand. Anything that seems tricky. That's potato clock.
That's potato clock right there. You know, like when you get the pencil tests and you have to use a 2B pencil to shade in the circles. Mm-hmm. And we were told as kids that goes through a machine and we have to colour in the circle completely.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know how that works. That's classic potato clock.
I agree.
That's potato clock. Mm. That's it.
You're like you're trying to convince me. I'm convinced. I agree.
What am I trying to convince you for? You know. You know it's potato clock.
I know what a potato clock is.
Well, clearly you don't, otherwise we would know what time it is now. There'd be a potato sitting right there, and I'll look over and be like, that's the time.
In my head, it actually tells us the time, though. It's like got a little voice.
Oh, it says it.
It's like a little robot voice.
It's like, it's blah.
It's 2:30.
Oh, that's cute. Aww. It's 2:30. I picture Mr. Potato Man when you say that.
I picture, like, just a potato, but it's got little cartoon arms. Like, have you seen those videos of, there's, like, a dog that's got no arms, but it's got little, like, stick figure arms drawn on? It's, like, walking around a room and saluting people.
Yeah. That's like the weird bird that salutes Putin.
I don't know.
He's like, this little pigeon, and it looks up at Putin, and Putin looks down and kind of nods, and the bird salutes and walks off. I don't know if it's Putin.
I gotta Google that.
Yeah, I'll find it for you. But yeah, it's the same thing as with the dog, and they make arms and it like...
Yeah. I've seen it on snakes too. That's good. I enjoy like arms on snakes.
I love when they draw human stuff over top of inanimate objects as well. Like they make in the coffee and there's a bubble in it, in the coffee, and it's the eyes just kind of squint and they go, and then it bursts. And it's like, it's a bubble. So scared before it popped. Something wholesome about that.
This is ridiculous.
Okay, where did we get
Should
to?
we move on to some other stuff?
I don't know, Jayde.
I feel like we're not getting
Where
very
are we?
far by ourselves today.
We are an hour in. You know what I've realised? Sometimes I just say things and I actually don't know if they're true.
I do that all the time. I make shit up every day.
Until someone says, I don't think that's right, I'll be like, no, it is.
I'll double down. I'll be like, no, that's right.
I'm pretty sure because of this. And then when they say something logical, I'm like, maybe it's not. You know, like I'm okay with being wrong so much that I am wrong way too much. I should.
There's no quality checking here.
No. Not at feedback error. No.
We don't have time.
Who's going to do that? The editor? No. The person who scripts the episodes? No.
No.
We're too busy.
It's a miracle we've managed to get this online.
I know. Dude, we've got 12 episodes. We're 12 episodes in.
This is, I'm amazed.
Yeah, how did we get here? I don't know. Let's just keep doing it.
They're consistent in everything. Like, consistently up. Oh, actually, they're not, because we've changed the day that we sort of put them out there.
Yeah, that's true.
Because I was getting tired of doing it on a Monday morning.
You know what we did? And this has never, ever been done in the history of any comic producing a podcast. We made the day earlier.
You're right.
We went, I can't wait to release this. Let's release it the day before.
That's literally how it started. There was one I was really excited about. I was like, hey, what if I just put it online
now?
Sunday?
And I went, you know what? It's edited. It's there. Go ahead. It's just so bizarre to think that we get them done so early. It's like, another day.
We're eventually going to start doing them so early we'll have 2 a week.
You know what's even funnier? We were saying for a while there, it's going up on Monday, but we were secretly releasing it early. And we're like,
too.
I hope that our listeners don't get upset that we've released it early.
We're deceiving them by releasing this a day early and telling them a day later.
It's like a weird sort of deceit. It's like nice. I don't know.
It's bizarre because also no one cares.
Yeah, no, so we didn't have to. There was no push for it. We were just like, let's do it that way.
I think sometimes we just think that what we want is the same as what the listeners want.
It will be.
So whenever we make a decision, we're like,
like it.
We're giving the people what they want.
There's no people. There's no people. We're the people. It's great. For the time being, it's accurate though. Like, whatever we do, for the time being, while we don't have listeners that have opinions, right?
Yeah.
We can do whatever we want, and our listeners will just go, yeah, okay, I guess that's a thing now. You know, it's that loosely structured. It's like, well, they've always done it kind of like that, I guess. They're getting away with it.
As long as we don't change the upload day to like a Wednesday, that would be madness.
That would be crazy.
We couldn't do that.
Why would we do that?
People would be upset.
There would be riots in the street. Feedback error, what is it? What's feedback error? I don't know.
We'd get one DM that'd be like, dude, no app. That'd be it.
I think if we didn't release an episode, do you think anyone would notice? Yeah, they would.
They would, yeah.
Actually, I think maybe 3 people I know would notice.
Okay, I think like 3 people I know would notice. They might be the same 3 as you. They might be different.
Yeah, I think we might have 1
like
or 2 of
4.
them overlap.
Yeah.
Maybe 6 people would notice.
Okay.
Yeah. And then one of those people might reach out to us and be like, are you dead?
Yeah, like one of those, 2 of them would care. 1 would care enough to actually reach out.
Yeah, yeah. I feel like maybe they would be like, huh.
And the rest of them would be like, this kind of improved my Monday.
Like, I feel good today. Why?
Yeah.
Why do I feel like I got so much more done today?
I haven't been infuriated in the car on the way to work on a Monday.
Half an hour extra in my day.
Yeah.
Why? I drove to work and I didn't yell at anyone. You know, it's good. What were we doing? I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
we were going to do Cheers Star. I have no idea how we got here.
Oh, what do we do? Do we just end? Like, we were going to do a segment, but...
We were going to do a segment.
We were going to... Just know that we went into this with happy hearts, hoping to do some actual content, and I don't know.
We didn't get there.
What did I do?
We didn't make
I shuffled in my seat, and then everything changed. I just moved. And this is
that
where we
was
are.
enough to get us off track. Ironically, you were shuffling because you were preparing to do the segment.
I shuffled to get ready to say the next segment, and we're gone. Or little beknownst to me, we were fucked from the beginning.
You know what? We'll try again next week.
Yeah, let's try next week. Thanks for sticking around.
Feedback error!